once again, WrestleMania, and you know what time it is. Oh well, WrestleMania. I guess that's what time it is. Yeah, that whole thing. Jesus Christ, how he does that all the time. I mean, like, and that hurt when I did it. You mad at his arm hitting his arm, but he likes. We're not gonna get into what the Rock likes. Um, so as we do picks and whatnot, and I was like, of course, we all got an idea who's gonna win, and I was like, for the most part, I feel like we pretty much knows how it's gonna go. Now, in some of those, I don't know if I would like to. I don't like the consistency of what's going to who's gonna be the winner, and like for instance, I'll just start off. I think Becky Lynch should win against Rhea. I think Rhea will win, but I think Becky Lynch should win. I think that Becky has more to do than what Rhea will do if she wins. I think it's better if Rhea looks like the person that gets toppled and is basically looking to climb that mountain again of like I got to be the best. Like no, there's no way that she, because Becky's over here trying to be like I gotta still prove I could do this. If she loses, then I was like, I mean, on one hand, I guess maybe you could say like she takes some time off or whatever, but at the same time, I'm like, she gets to sort of be like, yes, I get to prove I'm on top, while Rhea just like, what do I do? Like how that kind of thing. Um, Also too, I think that Becky hasn't really had the match with the other people where Rhea has ran through a lot of people. But the main reason is because I think I was like the Judgment Day is going to lose the tag team title. We'll see if Dominic wins or not. I think Dominic should win because I think that counts as number two in the rivalry with Ray. But I was like, and I don't think his really affects it either way. But if Judgment Day lose their titles, I don't think his match, regardless, I'm like, hell, if he's happy and they lose, I was like, they'll be disgruntled about that. I was like, if they all lose, now Judgment Day all lost and they all look like a joke. But I think that could cause a lot of turmoil, real turmoil amongst the crew that we always been teasing, but we never got. And this is why I think Rhea needs to lose. Cause I'm pretty sure, and I'm okay, and I want them to lose the tag. Rhea championship, I was like, I feel that's a little bit more finicking amongst people, and I was like, she needs to lose, and like not to humble herself, but to have an irate Rhea, basically, is what I'm saying, more so because she just lost the title. So I think she should lose. Um, Bayley and Io, because of the 6-woman tag, I was like, I think Bayley's gonna win because they're gonna win, but I think Io should keep the title if the tag team champions are gonna keep it. Um, I was like, it doesn't stop Bayley from getting the title again. They could easily do what they do a lot, Backlash, the championship match, and maybe if we actually get an actual team out of the trio, they could face the Kabuki Warriors in a tag team match and really get them. Um, I was like, but I think if you're going to have the tag team title with Damage Control, might as well have her as the main champion. Now I know people want Bayley to win and get their comeuppance, revenge, and all that other stuff. She deserves it. I understand all that, and I wouldn't be necessarily opposed to it as like the first one I talked about, but um, I mean, I was like, but I just think that Damage Control. I don't know where they go from here, especially they don't really have the championships that or the main championship. Because then after that, I think the Kabuki War will lose their championship. So I was like, I don't know what they do after that in a way that makes me think like, no, they might need to keep it, to still have them around or whatever. And I was like, we don't know how the drafts are going to go either, stuff like that, where they keep them up, break them up, that kind of thing. So I was like, actually, that's why I would want Io to have it just so they Damage Control still had the title, and you can still do something with them for a while, even though it didn't go to plan over here, with the plan with the tag match. Um, Seth and Drew, I think Seth needs to lose. He does need to lose. It's just about how he loses. Either through Drew McIntyre or through a Damian Priest cash in. Me, I I want Damian Priest to cash in and and win it. But I was like, I don't know how they're going to do with Drew and his storyline. Like I've said before that I'm like, if he like his whole thing is to win it in front of people, and that's been his storyline. So what better way to crush the storyline than to lose it in front of all the people? And I say that because CM Punk is on commentary. And I'm like, they got some beef going on there. And while he get the title, their beef could still, because he's like, I did something in the main event you couldn't do with all these people watching. The reverse of that is him losing and CM Punk laughing in the man's face and being like, ha, you still can't win in front of all these people. You still a loser. It could still build a storyline. It's still, I was like, you could still have Drew, like for instance, get at SummerSlam. It's not WrestleMania, but it's still in front of people. You can still like work his angle, but I do understand it takes a little bit more luster out of his motivation and how he is in the being, like I guess. And I think Bloodline will show up in some way to help him. My way of planning would be that he loses, Seth wins, but The Rock is basically like they interfered. They beat down Seth, and he's like, "You thought it was over? You think I didn't have a plan B?" Going back to Seth having a plan B, Damian Priest music hits, and he's like, "You was gonna lose this one way or another." He has it and wins it. Now Drew and Damian got beef, so you could go with the beef that hey Drew, Damian Priest, like all that time that he was beating up Damian Priest and costing him, guess what? Damian Priest got his one up on him. I was like, that's a storyline in itself. Or now you got Damian always at Drew every time, as well too. They had a banger match until it wasn't. So I'm just saying you have a way to do it, but Seth has to lose. But I was just thinking, I was like, have Damian Priest involved in some way that I feel like he can get his title. Then we come to the main championship of Roman and Cody. Because I'm fine with how Roman conducts himself in business, all that other stuff, I don't mind that he's really gone. To me, people see it as such a detriment. And I'm like, yeah, but you probably wouldn't have gotten a lot of these other people or these other matches or this other screen time for some of these other wrestlers and these other storylines if Roman was constantly there how y'all say y'all want him to be. Because I don't think you need it there. I'm like, if it's there, it's there. But if it's not, it's not. I don't ever feel like there's a disappoint. I was like, I don't necessarily feel like I need it there. I was like, I want Cody to win because of the possibilities of everything in the future, but I would also like Roman to win to see him break the record. I would like to see that basically this dominance continue and this terror continues. See if he brings more people into the bloodline, the faction, build it up. Try to recruit help like some of the women or something like that. Just like has a whole just it just infiltrates everything. Just bringing more family. I think they just signed like another one of their family tree people. Keep on going. I would like to see it. I know most people wouldn't, and I would rather do what's best for the company in that matter. Whatever causes more people to not have so much disdain. They're always going to be on whatever it's in. But I was like, by the end of a good grouping of people, that's like I'd rather not. And I was like, that's the betterment. Well, that's what we'll go with. But I kind of want to see the Roman keep on having everybody acknowledge it, and then see whatever the Rock comes up with. Because I think the Rock is going to probably go way up for a little while after this. But I was like, we'll see him show up regardless. But I was like, I wonder if he show up even more where he's like, now that Cody's out the way, we could have our match next year, kind of thing. And then he just disappeared or something like that. Anyway. Who specifically do y'all want to win all these matches? Do y'all have a preference, or do you just think it's going to be whoever we already all sort of think it is? Or what's your reasoning for whoever you decide to pick? Anyway, let me know. WrestleMania, here we come.